Hi everyone. Really quick, I just want to share a couple things with you and the reasons why I am reposting this video. This video that I am reposting, I posted this about 4 months ago, and one of my subscribers emailed me and had an issue with me talking about the tangerines that I was eating in the video. These were not organic, but they were also non-GMO. She has struggled from asthma and she's very sensitive to pesticides, herbicides, and these toxic chemicals that can get into our soil, which I totally understand and I get where she's coming from. And out of support of her, I deleted that out of my video. But yes, I definitely do agree with her on one thing. I definitely do not want to support companies that are non-organic, even if they are non-GMO. I definitely don't want to promote those on my channel. So, and that's another thing, like I said, on this healing journey that I am on, I want to keep myself humble and open-minded. And anytime someone comes and has a question, even if they disagree with me, it's okay. I am not that type of person where if you don't agree with me, I'm not going to like you or you're not going to be my friend. That's not how it works. We're all here, trying to figure out and what's best for us and what's best to keep us healthy, vibrant, and just happy and living life free and just getting out of the mind and healing ourselves. And we really do need to be very careful what we put into our body. And like I said, I am not a doctor. And I am not here giving medical advice. Yeah, I think sometimes we just need to get rid of that ego and just sometimes admit I was wrong. And you will probably see a lot of that on my channel. I am not afraid to admit that if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It's just a part of life and it's a part of the journey. We are not perfect. None of us are. We all fall short in the glory of God. So anyways, I just wanted to share that with you really quick before, if you want to watch the video again, you're totally welcome to. But anyways, that's it. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful, blessed day. Love you all. God bless. Bye-bye. Hi, everybody. Today, I want to talk about something really important, and it's getting out of the mind. This is really important when we're detoxing the body and learning this side of healing. Getting out of the mind for me was really difficult. And I didn't understand the whole concept of getting out of the mind because my mind never shuts off. But when I started learning slowly and I actually started really meditating, I would find things to listen to on YouTube, and I'd put my earbuds in and I would just lay down and I would start doing this probably every other day for about 15 minutes. This is how it started out, and I would just try to relax. And this was really, really helpful for me at the beginning. And then I kind of understood what it meant to get out of the mind and really look at something and evaluate it without judgment. That's the key. Don't judge anything. You just look, and what do you see when you look at something? Just like that picture I showed you in the last video, Learning to Heal Myself Naturally. I showed you that picture of the chemo spill on the hand, and I'll show it really quick. So just looking at that picture, and that's what I'm talking about when you step out of the mind and you look at something and you evaluate it. When I look at that, what do I see? What am I looking at? Do I want to put that in my body? So those are the little things that stepping out of the mind means for me anyways. So here's another picture. So when I see a picture like that, and I see pharmaceutical drugs next to herbs, plants, this kind of medicine for healing, when I really step out of the mind, it's almost common sense to me, and I think it's within all of us. There's this inner knowing in all of us. I truly believe that. It's almost like our instincts, intuitive. We know what's good for our body, and we know what's not good for our body. When we're eating a hamburger, we're enjoying the moment. We're in that moment. We're just like, oh God, this is so good. But we know it's not good for us. When we're eating an apple or an orange, when we're eating fruit, we know intuitively, we know that this is good and healing for us. We know that it's in us. It's in every single one of us. And so, that's stepping out of the mind and getting back to our instincts and true healing and what it's all about. And we normally, and the sad thing too, is we normally find that path when we're in really deep trouble. That's me. I pretty much can guarantee that I would not be eating this or choosing this lifestyle if I didn't have this cancer come up, this cancer scare. That's definitely an awakening moment for me in my life. And I know most of us, that's what we do. We gamble. We gamble like, okay, we know this isn't good, but let's see how long I can get away with it. It's so strange, right? Like why we try to manipulate something or think it's not gonna happen to me, so those are things that are kind of just an awakening moment. Okay, so now let's step out of the mind one more time in this scenario. So you're just no judgment, and you know that you're not feeling well. Something's off in your body and you don't feel good. You know something's wrong, and you come across these two items. Does your instinct, does your inner knowing say, go and slaughter the cow? Or does it say, I'm gonna go get some of that fruit in the tree and I'm gonna sit under there and I'm gonna just eat some fruit? Because I feel like that, intuitively, that is what I would see in that picture. That's what I see, when you think of eating meat and slaughtering a cow, these are, and you got to remember, I'm looking back at just looking at these two items, these two things that are in front of me with no judgment. Now, I'm not thinking I'm going to slaughter this cow and cook it because I don't know what cooking is yet. I'm just stepping out and I'm just looking at these two objects, and I'm in the earth, I'm sitting here on this planet, and I know I'm sick and I need to go eat something. Which one am I going to choose? The cow or the fruit on the tree? This is what I'm talking about. These are our instincts that are there. And when I talk about my spiritual awakening, that's what I'm talking about. This knowledge, it's almost like the cleaner the body becomes, the more knowing you know. I don't know how to explain it. Okay, so it does seem like the cleaner we become and the more healing that goes on within the body. Because I could tell you, when I first started this journey and I started on my detox, that first, when I started fasting, I did 2 weeks on just eating grapes and I was taking some herbs. And, I feel like crap. I didn't have no spiritual awakening. And I've done some water fasting. I didn't feel anything yet. It was after that, I would say maybe the second year when I started really hitting my fasting. The first year, I think I was just so toxic, and my energy, my vibration in my body was so low that I just couldn't see anything. I couldn't see the truth. I really was just not knowing that this was really gonna work yet. And I wasn't like really hardcore either about it. I wasn't very serious until the last 2 years of my detoxing is when it really, like it really, like, I feel like I get downloads, like, especially at night. Most of my videos is so weird is when I'm sleeping at night and I'll wake up at 2 in the morning and I think of what I'm going to talk about in my next video. And so I started leaving this little notebook by my bedside, and I'll wake up in the middle of the night and I will start writing and taking notes of things that just pop into my mind out of nowhere. It is the strangest thing. And this has really been happening the last probably year of my detoxing. So it does seem like the cleaner my body becomes, the more intuitive I become. And you start seeing things for what it is. And I did at the beginning too. When I started stepping back and I was looking, that's why I went down this path, of course. But there is definitely more of a knowing, like, oh my gosh, this is working. This is the right way. That way is not. You really start to pick it up. And so those are the things that I have found in my journey. And it's been really an awesome journey. And I can't wait for, the next year, and just even watching my channel and watching me grow. And now I'm really going to get to see myself learning more as I go, because I don't know all the answers. Obviously, nobody does. But, these are things that I have found truth in my own life, and you will find that in your own life. There are things that you're going to find that I have not seen yet. And I know a lot of you that are watching my videos, you already know this. I know you do. I know, I can just tell by the names of your YouTube channel. You guys know this. But also we need to keep everything so simple when we're detoxing the body. And I go through phases where I hit it hard and I don't cheat and I just pound through it. And then there's times when, it's really difficult. Right now it's a hard time for me for some reason. And I don't know if it's because, I started my new channel or the holidays are coming up. There's just a lot of things that are going on right now that is a little challenging for me. And so it's really hard to keep myself focused right now for some reason. Now, yesterday I started eating tangerines all day, and at 12 o'clock. So I went shopping and I had almost like a half a bag of tangerines. And then for my dinner, I made myself a salad, a very simple salad with simple dressing, and but lots of avocado. And then after that, I had about 15 more tangerines, and that was it. So that's actually good. That's really good right now. So I'm not on all fruit, which that's when I feel like I'm at the highest level of detoxification. There's definitely levels of detoxifying the body. And even, I think, and this is just my opinion, but I really do think that even if you cut out processed GMO foods and you just went more on a plant-based diet, I really think there are a lot of things that we can heal that way. And I think, yeah, we can heal, but it's just going to take slower. The process is just much slower. And then if you just, kick it up to all raw, then you're kicking the level up even more. And then you go from there to all fruit, and then, you're kicking it even more. And then mono dieting, mono eating, that is really powerful. And I am really beginning to really like that. And mono eating is when you just pick one fruit and you eat it in a sitting, and that's we definitely can't stop the aging process. It's a natural part of life. But I do believe that we do have the power and control of how our life is, and without aches and pains and chronic diseases. We can live a really natural, abundant, healthy lifestyle. And this is how I found to do it. I'm gonna end with that. And I have a couple of videos that I have in mind. One is on water fasting and dry fasting. I got a request for that. So I'm working on that. I really want to be careful with that one, just because, you know, we need to be careful when we're hitting water fast and dry fasting, especially if we're really toxic. We really want to clean up a little bit before we hit those aggressive fasts. So I want to get into that. And also another video that I have in mind is healing crisis. We really need to understand this also. I have a couple stories of my own to share with you, and things that I've learned in when I was learning and getting certified in detoxification. So I want to share those things with you also. So anyways, I hope you all have a very blessed day as always, and God bless. Love you all, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.